Hey everyone, Mherex here bringing you another video. This one is going to be on Ivar, the Viking Raiders. He's a modern powerhouse, and he is the tag partner of Eric, who we got last week. He has two links. The Viking Raiders, moves that generate row breaks will create 3 more row breaks, and Modern Era, gems do 5% more damage. He is a coach. He's a green destroy coach at 9k. Green moves deal 9% more damage, and green moves that destroy gems will destroy 1 more gem. Very solid coach for guys like Bruno, Vader, things like that. Um, I want to talk about real quick at the start the tag link with Eric. That would make Eric basically blow up the whole board. However, you have to get to that tag, and both of these guys are kind of a little too slow for my liking to load in Showdown. So I don't, while it's a powerful tag link, I don't see it being overpowering in Showdown, and I don't think you'll have to worry about it too much compared to some of the other Showdown links. Would make for a very nice hot tag though. So let's take a look at his moves. I'm going to be running 2 move sets that are available at 3-star, and a variation on that on one of them. So there'll be 3 moves that are available at 3-star actually, and then a 5-star move set that also has a bunch of variations. I'm just going to run one on that 5-star move set. So starting off, again, this one's available at 3-star. We got the Moonsault, 11 MP red finisher, deal 90k damage, and choose a 2x7 area to swap into black gems. The Handspring back elbow, 8 MP, deal 50k damage, and choose 3 gems to make into row break gems. And then we got the low angle splash, 8 MP black move, deal 47k damage, and choose a 4x2 area to swap into red gems. I do want to call out, to get started with Ivar, there are 8 charge moves. He will not be ready in turn 1 in feud unless you have a dual MP trainer, and then you're going to lose one of your generate trainers. We're going to be going with Bray for 4 more black move points, Sarge to make 2 more row breaks, and Typhoon for red gem damage, and Lacey for purple and green gem damage, since we're breaking some rows and stuff, and possibly getting some cascades. So let's get in here. Gonna go against AJ on the road. He is fully strapped. We do have class advantage, so that's gonna negate 25% of his gem defense. I have tour perks. I'm starting with +2 MP and +1 MP on a match. Again, this is how it would run in feud potentially. Do keep in mind, if someone has max MP down perks now, you only get started turn 1 with 6 MP. So he's not a turn 1 feud guy. Red row break right out the start. Which is interesting because it gives us some more options. I'm actually gonna drop those on and work on keeping the ones on the bottom for the finisher. So decent hit with that. Keep in mind that is turn 2. And this finisher is going to be probably harder than normal, depending on if he leaves my row breaks on the board. Okay, and they will be on the board, so we'll get to blow up the whole board here. See how hard he can hit when we blow up the whole board. 290k. It's not bad. AJ's still going to kick out, though. Ivar's a very good card. He recycles, and he does good damage. He's very solid. He's not like a top tier powerhouse, but he's a very good powerhouse. And this should end it. Nice cascade. Okay, so that's the first moveset. This next one, we're going to see 2 variations of it. Again, this one's going to be available at 3-star as well. The first one, I'm going to do a dual MP trainer, so you could run him in feud and have him be turn 1 this way, unless they have the double, the 2 at max MP down perk, in which case he still wouldn't be turn 1, I believe, because you're getting 4, 6, 7, 9, 6, 9. Yeah, he still would not be turn 1 if they have 2 MP down. So that's more the main thing with Ivar, where is where does he fit in your roster? So the second moveset, we're going to switch in 1 black move, and it's the side slam. Deal 174k damage and move the pin bar left by 6 notches. Heavy move damage there. It's only 8 MP as well, so that's the only change we're making there. And then we're just going to move Ted in for 2 more MP. So we can get started turn 1. I do prefer this moveset to the first one. The pin bar moving left by 6 notches is pretty big. You can set up a row break and not pin him and get all 3 moves in 1 turn, which is a lot of move damage and a decent amount of gem damage too, depending on how the board sets up. So some big damage right out the gate there. Don't love this board because there's so much. Usually I wouldn't care about all the red, but there's a lot. And the goal is not to cause a pin. Probably going to. Nope, we're good. Okay, perfect. So a bunch of damage out that way, and now we can recycle it. So let's see how that goes. Nice cascade. Took a bunch of damage off of him there. It's not going to keep him down, but it's pretty close. We'll finish him easy next turn. So this is definitely the moveset I like better. So, you know, takes him out pretty fast. Pretty solid moveset. The variant we're going to see is focusing on that black move damage. So everything's going to stay the same except we're swapping NWO Ted out. We're going to be a turn slower but deal a lot more move damage. And if these moves were 7 charge, I would be a big fan. 8 is just one too slow for me, or too high rather. So that's buffing the 1 black move up to 23k damage and the other one to 65. And my Ambrose isn't even maxed. That has potential to go up a lot more. Let's get in here and see how this one looks. I really like the idea of moving the pin bar and then having a choose area so you can manipulate the board and get a lot of your moves off. So I do like that idea a lot. The one thing is, even though I have a row break here, a red that breaks the blues, I don't want to move the pin bar a ton. So I'm actually going to let him get the blues and hopefully give me... I was kind of hoping he'd take the row break, because I don't want to force a pin here. Some big move damage going out here. Got the... Unfortunately, got the cascade. Gonna recycle real easy. If we get a cascade, might keep him down. Gonna be close. Nope. But we'll finish him easy next turn. Again, this was one with the right metals. He would do a lot of damage. I think this would be my preferred moveset, to be honest, on him. With the right metals. And also, if you have a black... I don't think we have a black move damage coach yet. But if you happen to have Gooker, which is a small amount of people I know, but if you do, that's going to buff the move damage even more. And just for fun, I know I usually don't use rare trainers, but I'm going to do a bonus match, and I'll do it now so I don't have to change the setup again before I do his last moveset. And I'm going to go, I'll show you guys how hard the moves can hit if you did happen to have Gooker, because it's kind of fun. So going to change Lacey out for Gooker. 278k, 76k, and 100k. So this moveset, and I'll go against Vader just to show you guys how hard it's hitting and how much damage it does in one cycle. Hopefully we don't force a pin. And I think we'll be able to take all of his health on turn 2. But quick little bonus match for you guys. Bummer. Not what I wanted. So here's the big one. 278k. But we do have a lot of red, so maybe the cascade will do him in. Big hit. So it's quite good. if you have everything, it's maybe a turn slow. And this is without the right metals. If you got the percentage tier 4 black move damage metals, it would be, he would be hitting so very hard. I think well over 400k with that pin bar move. Granted, that's a very rare setup with having Gooker, but eventually they'll probably add a black move damage coach. There may even be one now, and I'm just not remembering it, because we've had several move damage coaches of late. So let's take a look at his 5-star moveset. And this is the moveset I would use for Feud, because you can get it going a little bit lower. Charge. Oops. We want to keep Ivar. So this will be the last of the moves, so you should have seen all of them now after this. Gonna bring in the cartwheel clothesline and the front power slam and the shoulder block. And there's going to be a ton of variations of the way you could run this for coaches and trainers. All of them play pretty similar. Damage ends up being pretty similar. So you're going to want woods for sure. In all of the sets. And here's where you can do some different things. You could use DDP. You could use Rusev in this spot. So I'm going to go with Rusev for me. You could use either. And at the coach, I'm going to keep Typhoon and Lacey. You could also use Ray. If your Ray is 9k, you'd get an extra blast gem. My Ray is not 9k yet. You could also use Kane, Zombie Kane, and you get an extra cross break, X break rather. I'm not going to use him because he's fairly rare still. So I'm just going to use Lacey, who is a staple in my previews because she's free and very good. So Woods for more purple MP, Rusev for 3 more blast gems, Typhoon and Lacey. And as far as the new moves, the cartwheel clothesline, deal 50k damage, choose 3 gems to make into blast gems. It's 8 MP purple. Another 8 MP purple front power slam, deal 50k damage and choose 3 gems to make into X breaks. And the shoulder block, 3 MP red, deal 60k damage and gain 3 purple MP. So this way in Feud, with 1 MP down, you would be good on turn 1, but not if they have MP down 2. And let's go back to AJ so you can see against strapped opponent. So this is probably how I would run him in Feud, because as long as they didn't have +2 MP down, you'd be able to be turn 1, assuming you had max MP perks. But like I said, the gem generate, you can use whoever you want. Coach, if you have 9k Ray, sub him in for Lacey. Or if you have Zombie Kane. So there's a lot of different ways you can do this. Ultimately, you end up blowing up most of the board. So I just go ahead and put the X break down first. You can do the blast first. I'll maybe do the blast first on the second cycle. And then you kind of throw these out, so you're going to do most of the board. So those are going to get clipped. And then we're doing a row break, so it can throw a blast gem here, and it'll break them. We can just put another one here, and then just for funsies, we can throw one here. That should get most of the board. You don't really need to think it through a crazy amount. You're gonna get most of the board. Speed is kind of more important anyway. So you could line them up perfectly, and I'm sure once someone does the math, there'll be a pattern that's going to get all of them most of the time. But you can just go fast with it. You can do the blast first, and I'll do that this time. But it does pretty good damage, and it recycles pretty easily for the most part. So I'll go this way because there's lots of reds. I'm going to pop this one here. And let me just make sure the one I'm gonna choose. Yeah, I'll just slide that one over. And for the X brakes, I like having it in the middle because it gets a lot. So I'll put one there, and then just kind of pop a third one wherever. Like I said, I like him in the middle. It gets a lot of the board. And you get most of the board, and you don't have to think it through really, really crazily. Would have been 300k damage. So it doesn't need to be as slow as it looks. You can go pretty fast with it and still do really good damage. So there you go. Ivar. For feud, this is the moveset I like the most. For tours, I really like the black move damage. It's a lot of fun, even though it didn't work out how it usually does. I kept forcing pins, but it's high damage. So there you go, guys. Ivar, the newest Vikings Raider card. A solid card, not tippy-top tier, but a very good card. Should be a lot of fun. Excellent for tours. Maybe a sub-in kind of feud guy. And probably won't use him or Eric in Showdown, in my opinion. There's better links, but still a useful card, fun card, and some really cool animations in the game. So let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this preview. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff. And thanks for watching, guys. Good luck out there.